Boston, Saturday, June 27th. Cold Hard Steel meets a rivalry as John Cena battles Rusev for the United States Championship in a steel cage match. Plus, Seth Rollins collides with Roman Reigns for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. It's WWE Super Show, Saturday, June 27th. Tickets and VIP packages available this Saturday.
You already know Kowloon Restaurant, established in 1950 and spanning 4 generations, serves a multi-Asian menu. Did you also know that Kowloon Restaurant is New England's premier Asian dining and entertainment complex, serving Cantonese, Szechuan, Thai, and Polynesian cuisine? And did you know that Kowloon Restaurant is also the home of the finest Japanese sushi? If you haven't dined at Kowloon Restaurant lately, then you simply haven't dined at Kowloon. Kowloon Restaurant, Route 1 North in Saugus.
This is Shelton Benjamin.
This is Harley Race.
This is Mick Foley.
This is Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff.
This is the Monster Abyss.
This is Daniel Bryan.
This is JBL, and you're watching the MWF.
Be there, live.
Wrestling fans from around the corner, around the world, welcome to another installment of Wrestling Insiders. I'm Dan Marotti. Let's take a look back. WWE Money in the Bank, Sunday, June the 14th, 2015, emanating from Columbus, Ohio.
Before we get going, fans, we'd love for you to take advantage of some of the great offers we have here at Boston Wrestling, as well as from our partners that we team up with, so we can continue to bring you more and more great free professional wrestling content. Don't forget that the WWE Network is going to be available to new subscribers absolutely free for the month of June. That includes WWE Money in the Bank this Sunday night, June the 14th, as well as recent big events such as Elimination Chamber, Payback, NXT TakeOver Unstoppable, and thousands of hours more in the WWE archives. It's unbelievable. It's the best value in pro wrestling media. Click on the link below on our YouTube page and start enjoying the WWE Network now for the month of June. Also, don't forget that you can help Boston Wrestling by using our special links for both Amazon.com and WWEshop.com. No matter what you buy, even non-wrestling merchandise on Amazon, we get a small percentage of your purchase, and it doesn't increase your cost 1 single cent. We bring you tons of free content each week and need some help to keep the train rolling. Don't feel like shopping? We have a PayPal account, folks. You can send a donation of any denomination, $1, $2, $1,000, whatever you like, using the email address bw@bostonwrestling.com. We'd love to send you a shout-out for helping grow our library for fans around the world to enjoy. We'd also be very happy if you joined us by subscribing for free to our YouTube channel. We're starting to close in on 800 free videos for your viewing pleasure. If you enjoy what you see, please share it with friends, and most importantly, click the like button on each video that you watch so YouTube will showcase our giant library to more and more of your professional wrestling fans.
Going into the Money in the Bank show, I thought this was one of the best booked pay-per-views WWE has had this year, easily the best since WrestleMania. I had high expectations for it and was actually looking forward to seeing the show a great deal. During the kickoff show, you had R-Truth defeating King Barrett. Again, I have to question, why did you bring back the King of the Ring concept if you're going to put it on a guy that was going to lose to R-Truth on kickoff shows, not even on the pay-per-view itself? Why put the King, the crown, on Wade Barrett if he's just going to lose on countdown shows? It defies logic, especially at a time when Rusev got injured, that King Barrett was the replacement for Rusev on the house shows, the non-televised events, against John Cena. I don't know. He had a great 10-bell salute with every superstar in the entrance ramp and a great tribute video to Dusty Rhodes. I've said it before and I'll say it again, no one, and I mean no one, does these types of videos better than WWE. Thought it was a little strange that Money in the Bank opened with the ladder match itself. It was like WrestleMania all over again. That opened with the 7-man Intercontinental Championship matchup. Michael Cole sounded ridiculous trying to say that Roman Reigns had never been in a Money in the Bank ladder match before, when in fact last year he was in Boston, but the difference was that match was for the WWE Heavyweight Championship that was held up at the time. And the difference is, I don't know. I can honestly say, though, that Michael Cole is eons better than Kevin Kelly and Steve Corino on commentary, from what I've heard on the 2 Destination America episodes of Ring of Honor. I think they're awful. I don't know if that's supposed to be a character or that's just what they are, but I'll go with Michael Cole any day. I thought that'd be impossible. Open with the usual spot where everybody tries to climb the ladder when everyone's still standing in the ring, which is a lack of common sense. Kofi Kingston had to have been the MVP of this one, and his back has got to be in worse shape than mine today after Roman Reigns powerbombed him onto a ladder sitting on the bottom rope. Then Reigns picked up Neville and powerbombed him on top of Kofi. Roman was trying to get up the ladder, and Kane chokeslammed him off of that. Randy Orton went on an RKO spree. Everybody was getting the RKO. Neville did a springboard off the top rope onto the ladder. Orton flinged him into an RKO, which was that's a highlight reel spot right there, folks. Ziggler and Sheamus battled on the top of the ladder, taking a giant fall, and that allowed Neville to get up, hit the red arrow on the Celtic Warrior. At another point, Roman Reigns was standing all alone in the ring. Everybody was outside hurt, and you'd think Reigns would use the ladder to climb to the top and grab the briefcase, but no. He hit that big-time plancher over the top rope to take everybody out, which was a great spot, but it defied common sense. At that point, you had New Day come out. They rolled Kofi into the ring. Crowd was electric at this point. They were doing their little pounding of the ring apron while Kofi was climbing. Roman got up, did a double drop kick on the New Day. Reigns got Kofi, powerbombed him over the top rope onto everybody. You talk about unbelievable. I don't think I've ever seen that before. And a dangerous spot for Mr. Kingston, to say the very least. Orton came up from behind looking for the RKO, but Reigns reversed it into a spear. Roman was headed to the top of the ladder, ready to grab that Money in the Bank briefcase, and Bray Wyatt's music hit. The lights went out, the lights came on, and Bray Wyatt was standing in the middle of the ring, pushing Reigns off of the ladder. Get that Sister Abigail, and Roman Reigns was done for the night. Another Wyatt attack out of nowhere for no reason, similar to him appearing in Hell of a Cell out of nowhere to attack Dean Ambrose for an unknown reason back in October. Everybody was down and out at that point. Sheamus came back into the ring. Neville tried to stop him, but in the end, Sheamus became Mr. Money in the Bank for 2015. That opens up a lot of creative possibilities. I hope Sheamus doesn't go out on Raw and SmackDown and start to lose on a regular basis, much like you've seen with King Barrett after he won the King of the Ring. Let's see a Money in the Bank winner that's going to constantly plot, sneak around, and always waiting for that opportunity to cash the briefcase in against whoever the champion is at that time. You can even, never mind TV shows and pay-per-views, you could also do that at WWE non-televised live shows. Just one man's opinion, but I think that'd be pretty cool. I wouldn't call this opening matchup a wrestling match by any stretch of the means, but for a great, wild brawl, it was really good. I enjoyed it. WWE gave everyone a bathroom break after that hot match with the Divas title. Paige dedicated the match to Dusty Rhodes, and I guess the horrible finish was dedicated to Dusty, too. This was better than usual fare, but it's just not my cup of tea. I'll give credit where credit is due. Paige sold her ass off, and she usually does. If they're going to put someone in that Divas slot, she's my pick. I've been belted out for a long, long time. They're pretty girls. They might be nice human beings, but their wrestling and promos are terrible. Terrible. You could play along with the matches. You could hear them calling all the spots. Paige and Nikki at one point knocked each other off the top rope, and the Bellas played their Killer Bee twin magic. Brie went for a quick roll-up, but Paige reversed it for the 3 count. She apparently won the WWE Divas title, but the match wound up continuing once the referee saw that it was Brie and not Nikki Bella. Where there was physical contact, why was that not a disqualification? Horrible, horrible. At least John Bradshaw Layfield called it on commentary. Again, no common sense, just stupidity more than anything else, especially where referees are taught to call it as a shoot. I guess the Bellas are heels again. I don't know. I don't know why they turned heel last year. I don't know why they turned babyface. I don't know why the Bellas broke up. I don't know why they got back together again. And in the end, I don't think anyone really cares. Nikki won with the rack attack, and I guess this program where no one knows who the heel and the face is just going to continue like a circle. No beginning, no end. Miz came out before the Intercontinental title match. He ran down Columbus, Ohio, and said Big Show was the reason he wasn't the Intercontinental Champion already. With Eden out over Dusty Rhodes' passing, JoJo from NXT was the ring announcer and was awful, and I mean awful. Enough with having female ring announcers just to say you have female ring announcers. I know that'll get me heat from John Cena Sr. and others, but that's just my opinion. If they're not any good, find another role for them, or don't have them ring announce. Miz was on commentary during the title matchup. One point before WrestleMania 29, it was thought that Ryback and Big Show would compete there, and I thought that would have been a hell of an attraction in New Jersey. Ryback clotheslined the Big Show over the top rope and then attacked the Miz, threw him over the announcer's table like nothing. Good battle of the big men here. Show at another point knockout punched Ryback to the floor, and then Miz ran in with the microphone and started clobbering both of them on the head. He hit Big Show first, so unlike the Divas title match, there was a proper disqualification called, with Big Show getting the nod but not the championship. It was the second shit finish in a row, like the match, and I'm sure we'll have several rematches sooner than later. John Cena and Kevin Owens had heat going into their match with the introductions. I loved it. It felt like I was watching a pro wrestling match, brother. Fans were on fire with the Let's Go Cena, Cena sucks. Another fantastic back-and-forth matchup between the two. Owens went through Cena's entire move repertoire, hitting tackles, and even did a You Can't See Me. Cena was showing ass here, fans, and that is what a true professional does. He continues to make Kevin Owens a player, and we need that in 2015. Cena was a physical animal with all of his power moves. The story that he just couldn't finish Kevin Owens off, but at the same time, unlike Elimination Chamber, Kevin Owens couldn't get the job done either. You have to watch this matchup, fans, to truly enjoy it. My words aren't going to do it justice. Again, as you probably know, WWE Network is free for the month of June. Owens missed a springboard moonsault. Cena hit another attitude adjustment for a close 2 count. Cena had a little trouble trying to hit Petey Williams' Canadian Destroyer, but it was fantastic when he did. When have you ever seen that before in WWE? Again, unique, different. That's what you need in 2015. Owens hit another pop-up powerbomb, 2 count. This match needed Jim Ross like none other, I'm telling you, fans. Cena hit about his 10th attitude adjustment for the win. After the matchup, Cena went to shake hands as a sign of respect. They shook. Cena raised Owens' arm, and then Owens booted him in the midsection out to the floor, picked him up, and powerbombed him on the ring apron. And they sold this great, fans. John Cena came off injured bad. That is how you make Kevin Owens. It doesn't matter if he wins, doesn't matter if he loses in a match like this. Cena continues to make him a top guy, a dangerous threat. I know there's going to be a lot of diehard fans that are upset that Kevin Owens didn't win. John Cena beat Kevin Owens. Bottom line is, at the end of the day, Kevin Owens has gone from a guy on the independents making maybe a couple $100 a show to a guy that's going to be a 6-figure income guy, a guy that WWE can put in top spots. That is what's most important, because WWE has a paper-thin roster right now. They need to get as many guys in top spots as humanly possible. They've done that in just a couple of weeks with Kevin Owens since they brought him in for the angle leading to Elimination Chamber. WWE has been very successful in the execution of Kevin Owens. If fans are disappointed that Owens lost, they need to look at the bigger picture, in my opinion. The issues between Cena and Owens aren't over yet. I'm interested to see where it goes. I'd love to see a scenario, think about this, where maybe Kevin Owens wins the U.S. Championship from Cena, and maybe Cena wins the NXT title from Kevin Owens. You want to talk about blowing up the internet, but that would really extend the program for several months, and I look forward to it. Just, again, one man's opinion. Tag team title match saw the Primetime Players defeat New Day to win the titles. Wrong team, wrong time. I got to be honest with you here. New Day is on fire right now. I realize Kofi wasn't involved with the match, but that doesn't take anything away from Big E and Xavier Woods. You know, Primetime Players right now, I guess, are the top tag team babyface by default, with Cesaro injured and Tyson Kidd not competing in handicap matches against New Day. New Day's white hot, and that's the hand you got to play. Primetime Players aren't hot. No one was hot for them. This isn't the Usos of 2014, believe me. You know, I've been big on WWE trying to do something with Titus O'Neil. The guy's a monster. He's well-spoken. Darren Young, I think there's more that can be done with him. I just don't think this was the right time. Maybe they needed a little bit more build-up between the New Day and Primetime Players. They have some real issues, but I'll be interested to see where it goes from here. And in the main event, Seth Rollins retained the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. The finish saw both Rollins and Ambrose on the top of the ladder trying to pull the title down. Both men had their arm in the championship belt loop. They both fell, and almost like a football game, the belt landed on Rollins, and Rollins retained the gold. This match was an all-out war. It had to have been around, I don't know, about a half an hour worth of action. For a ladder match, they had no disqualification and no countout. They put on one hell of a battle. Rollins was out to destroy Ambrose's knee throughout the match to prevent him from easily being able to climb the ladder. That told a great story. There was no interference at all, which was another great thing. The Authority was nowhere to be seen as part of the story till the end when Triple H came out to celebrate with Rollins once he was victorious. Like the match at Elimination Chamber, this match had an interesting finish that will go on into at least another rematch. With 13 pay-per-views this year, it's hard to come up with unique, fresh main events. You can't do it because, again, this isn't WCW of 1998. This is a very thin roster, and you only have so many main event guys you can put on pay-per-view. To come up with fresh main event matches each month, it would be nearly impossible unless you go into the WCW-like turns every other week, which WWE certainly doesn't need to go down that road, to say the very least. It makes sense to have these guys continue through Battleground into SummerSlam on house shows, TVs, and so on, until Brock Lesnar comes sniffing around again, who I'm sure is going to have an agenda of his own related to his WrestleMania suspension when he F5'd Michael Cole. I've forgotten about Angle at this point, but apparently he is going to be returning to Raw tonight, if you see this on Monday. In the grand scheme of things, you got to remember, it isn't about one finish one night. It's about continuing to build and build in a logical way that makes sense. Ambrose is hot, and I think he has a chance to break through. He's a guy that can lose, and it's not going to kill him with the fans. I'm not quite sure how Ambrose resonates with the fans, but he's done a great job in his role as a babyface, and it's going to be interesting to see just how far he can go. I don't want to say who he reminds me of. I've never understood the Roddy Piper comparisons, but really like Ambrose. I'm interested to see where this goes. I don't think he needs the championship at the end of this feud. I just think he needs to be put into something that continues to let him roll along and get more over with the fans. This event was well worth going out of your way to see, folks. As has been noted, WWE Network is free for the month of June. If you're watching this on YouTube, click on the link below and start enjoying everything it has to offer. I felt the booking going into Money in the Bank was solid, and they delivered in every key part of the event. There's little things you can break apart. When you look at the Money in the Bank match, again, you can question Sheamus, but it was a very good match. Owens and Cena was excellent again. Some can question the finish, but you know what? Owens is a made man for the destruction he's brought to the face of WWE. The guy that's been on top the past 10 years. I mean, what more do you really want? I could use the phrase I use with my friends, but that wouldn't be suitable for this program, to say the very least. Then in the main event, you had a great photo finish. Reminded me kind of Hogan and Paul Orndorff from Saturday night's main event in January of 1987, when both escaped the steel cage on different sides of the cage, and it was a photo finish to see who landed first. The belt landed with Rollins. Ambrose certainly wasn't hurt by a loss like that, and again, it continues a great feud. These two have great chemistry. Would you not want to see another Ambrose-Rollins match? At the end of the day, I would. I think they're great. One man's opinion, but finally, it's worth noting that there were a lot of people involved in this event. You got to remember that they were in mourning over the passing of Dusty Rhodes. Not only his work at NXT, throughout the WWE, NWA, WCW, all over the world over the years, the lives he affected. It must have been a tough day for everybody at WWE, and they should be commended for still putting on a fantastic event. I'd love to know what you thought of Money in the Bank. Feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments section below. Running out of time here, folks. Until we speak again, the road to Battleground in St. Louis, July 19th has begun. We know we're going to see Roman Reigns and Bray Wyatt. What else is going to happen? We'll have to find out on Raw. You and yours, be well.